RHOBH cast reportedly sick of Kyle Richards and trying to take her down. As the only original star still on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards has seniority over her fellow co-stars. There's no question about that. According to a concerning new report, many cast members have had it with the brunette beauty, which could explain why Dorrit Kemsley and Sutton Stracke are coming hard for their former ally. The women are truly sick of her always acting like the queen bee and not being completely transparent. A source dished to OK magazine. Some of them definitely are attempting to take her down this season. However, she's a producer on the show. The insider stressed before adding that the role means she tends to typically get what she wants, even if that's unfair to her co-stars. Indeed, Kyle has had a relatively decent edit, considering the media storm that's engulfed her life over the past year. Kyle's relationship with husband Mauricio Umansky flatlined, and they parted ways before countless rumors emerged that she was in a relationship with country music singer Morgan Wade. Kyle avoids the tough conversations. Instead of diving into reality, she's evaded questions from her co-stars, the media, and even producers, which has rubbed fans the wrong way. Even so, she remains the focal cast member despite clearly not sharing the details of her life. According to the above report, the rest of the cast has declared that RHOBH is now Kyle's show, due to the continued emphasis on her and her getting her way. It makes sense that the ladies would be upset about the state of the show nowadays because viewers are in the same boat. 14 seasons is a long time to follow a cast member. By Real Housewives standards, it's unheard of. It's evident that Kyle gets a decent edit, even if she deserves to be held accountable for her actions. We've already touched upon why Kyle should be fired, but only time will tell whether the producers will make that call. The cast is coming for Kyle so far this season. Despite her tenure and pull with production, Kyle has been thrust onto the hot seat this season, with Dorrit reading her for filth at every opportunity. It's changed since the days of their nauseating double act, but the series needs to make some significant changes to remain relevant. The additions of Bozoma St. John and Jennifer Tilly have helped give the current season some new energy, but some veteran cast members need to go. The other thing to consider is whether this cast would even work without Kyle. There are so many variables, and we're sure Kyle would like nothing more than for the series to fall like a deck of cards if producers continue without her. What are your thoughts on the report? Is it evident that people are out to get Kyle? The drama surrounding The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, RHOBH, has never been in short supply, but this season, tensions have reportedly reached a boiling point. According to sources close to production, a faction of the cast is allegedly sick of Kyle Richards, the show's longtime matriarch, and they're plotting to take her down in what insiders are calling one of the most explosive storylines in RHOBH history. Cracks in the diamond. Kyle Richards, the only remaining original cast member since the show's inception in 2010, has long been viewed as the glue holding the franchise together. However, her tenure as the queen bee is reportedly causing friction behind the scenes. Many of her castmates, including a few new faces, are said to feel that Kyle's position on the show has afforded her a level of influence that's no longer warranted. One source close to the show claimed, "Kyle has always been the golden child in Bravo's eyes. She's been protected, coddled, and given opportunities that the rest of the cast could only dream of. But now a lot of the women feel it's time for her to come down a notch." The insider continued, "There's a growing sense that Kyle uses her position to dictate storylines and play puppet master, all while portraying herself as the relatable, drama-free one. Her castmates are fed up, and they're ready to expose the truth." The Erika Jayne catalyst. The brewing feud reportedly reached a tipping point during a dinner party filmed earlier this season. According to leaked details, Erika Jayne, who has been navigating her own turbulent storyline involving legal woes and public scrutiny, allegedly confronted Kyle about her holier-than-thou attitude. Erika didn't hold back, the source revealed. She told Kyle that she's tired of her playing the victim whenever things get tough, all while throwing everyone else under the bus to maintain her image. What started as a tense exchange between Erika and Kyle reportedly snowballed into a group pile-on. Several cast members, including Dorrit Kemsley and newcomer Annabelle Monroe, backed Erika's claims, accusing Kyle of manipulating situations to her advantage. It was like a feeding frenzy, the insider said. Everyone had receipts and they weren't afraid to air them out. Kyle was blindsided. Friends turned foes. One of the most shocking elements of this alleged mutiny is the involvement of Kyle's longtime allies, particularly Dorit Kemsley. Fans of the show have long seen Dorit and Kyle as thick as thieves, but behind the scenes, their friendship is said to have cooled significantly. Dorit feels like Kyle hasn't been a good friend to her, the source shared. She's been going through a lot personally, and she doesn't feel like Kyle has been there for her. Instead, she thinks Kyle's been too focused on maintaining her image and relationships with people she views as more beneficial. Another surprise defector, Sutton Strack. While Sutton and Kyle have had their ups and downs, Sutton's southern charm often kept things civil. But this season, their differences reportedly come to a head. Sutton's tired of Kyle treating her like she's not part of the inner circle, the insider explained. She's ready to stand up for herself and prove that she belongs just as much as anyone else. The role of Mauricio Umansky. Adding fuel to the fire is the ongoing speculation about Kyle's marriage to Mauricio Umansky. While the couple has publicly denied divorce rumors, their relationship has been a recurring topic of discussion among the cast. During filming, some of the women allegedly question whether Kyle's focus on her marriage has distracted her from her friendships. Mauricio is a sensitive topic for Kyle, the source admitted. She's very protective of him and their family, but the cast feels like she's using her personal life as a shield to avoid accountability in other areas. The producer's dilemma. With the cast reportedly divided, producers are said to be walking a tightrope. On one hand, they recognize the value Kyle brings to the show as a seasoned veteran with a devoted fan base. On the other, they see the potential for drama and ratings if Kyle's throne is challenged. Producers are loving the tension, the insider said. They're letting the cameras roll and capturing every moment, but they're also mindful of not pushing Kyle too far. Losing her would be a huge blow to the franchise. Kyle's response. As for Kyle, sources say she's aware of the brewing storm, but is determined to hold her ground. She's reportedly confided in close friends that she feels betrayed by people she considered allies. Kyle's hurt, the source revealed. She's always tried to be fair and supportive, so to have people she's trusted turn on her is devastating, but she's not going down without a fight. Kyle is also said to be considering her next move carefully, knowing that how she handles this situation could define her legacy on the show. Fan reactions. News of the alleged coup has sent shockwaves through the RHOBH fan community. Social media platforms are abuzz with speculation and divided opinions. Some fans are rallying behind Kyle, praising her resilience and longevity on the show. Others are siding with the cast, arguing that it's time for a shakeup and new dynamics. Kyle's had her run, one fan tweeted. Let someone else take center stage for once. Meanwhile, another wrote, if Kyle leaves, the show loses its heart. Love her or hate her, she's the reason we watch. The road ahead. As RHOBH continues filming, all eyes are on Kyle and her next moves. Will she rise above the drama and reclaim her position as the show's leading lady, or will the pressure of her castmates' rebellion prove too much? This is going to be a defining season for Kyle, the insider concluded. She's at a crossroads, and how she navigates this will determine not just her future on the show, but her relationships with people she's called friends for over a decade. One thing is certain, the Beverly Hills diamond may be sparkling, but the cracks are showing, and the fallout promises to be legendary.